Who's beating the Patriots this year?
I don't know.
Who's beating them?
Philip Dorsett, who
Season's over.
Just flippantly picked up on my fantasy team. I didn't want to start a rookie, so I started him. He got me like 15 or 20 points this weekend.
My fantasy team sucks this year. I already know it.
But look, this is why the Pats are so good, and they're always so good because they pick up these little pieces just that you don't think are important. Who's Philip Dorsett? Who's that guy? Josh Gordon.
Well, he was a first-round pick, Dorsett, to be fair.
But he had kind of like washed out a little bit.
Like, he fell to the side.
He was young. He didn't figure it out, but it was what it is. He became expendable. Let's put it that way. The Pats said, you know what? We remember him. We recruited. We liked him, actually. Let's bring him in, get him into our system, and see what happens. Josh Gordon's the same way. Nobody can keep that guy straight. You know, Julian Edelman, who's a little, quarterback.
Come on in.
Come on in.
We'll fix you up.
We're going to put you into a system that makes you feel strong, empowered, doing whatever it is you do best. I don't know why other teams can't do it.
Season's over.
Yeah.
Nobody's beating this team.
Well, I mean,
nobody is beating this team.
Well, you know who could?
Who?
Antonio Brown.
Well, you were the one to tell me, AB this. I mean, you were defending him instead of crushing the Raiders. Look, now you're going to say that he's going to destroy a team that's seemingly indestructible.
I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying he could. Antonio Brown is a headache, a monster headache. And Antonio Brown wants to get what he wants. And he orchestrates almost everything in his life. You can see it. All right, going back to the Facebook video that he did 3 years ago or 2 seasons ago with the Pittsburgh Steelers, when everybody's up and on, how can he get? And it was live. I mean, we were watching it live as it was happening. What the hell is this guy doing? And
just the start.
And guess what? He gets fined, massive fine. You know, it's a big deal within the Steelers organization. Mike Tomlin's caught saying some untoward things.
Oh, a coach cursed in the NFL. God forbid. You can't have that.
God forbid. Right? Trust me, you don't really want to know what goes on back there when coaches are yelling at guys or whatever it was. But, I mean, that was a promotion. Facebook Live, which was something that was new at the time. That might have been 3 years ago, actually. Like the same thing with the helmet this year. Now he's
I think it was 3 years ago.
I think it was because Facebook Live has been around longer than a couple of years. So then you got the helmet thing this year. Now he's promoting Zenith, and then you get the foot thing before that, and now he tapes his head coach a phone call with his head coach, which is illegal, by the way, and puts it out on social media, trying to make, I don't know what he was trying to do.
I have no idea. It was a hype video. I don't know what this crazy psychopath is thinking.
Yes.
No idea.
Look, and I know we got permission from Gruden to air it, but
are we sure about that? Why would Jon Gruden consent to that? Think about what you might be right what you just said.
Yeah.
But let's probe a little more deeply into why would he consent to that?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Because Jon Gruden gets it, I guess. Jon Gruden understands the entertainment side of the game that we take so seriously, or fans take so seriously. At the end of the day, it's entertainment, right?
Let's see how entertained he is tonight when he's losing 31-13 against the Broncos in the final game at Oakland on Monday night.
And Derek Carr is nobody to throw the ball to, right? So, yeah, I get why Jon Gruden would say, okay, I'm on board with this. And Antonio Brown, in some ways, at least according to some thinking, and I included, orchestrated his way out of Oakland. And why? Because they basically non-guaranteed his contract. They voided his guarantees after the conduct detrimental charge that was levied because of the Mike
long
Mayock
enough
thing. I know, right? I mean, it was easy, but still, he didn't want to be there.
No.
And in fact, if you go back to when he was with Pittsburgh, he wanted to get traded to the Patriots anyways. And so when it ultimately happens, you kind of have to start putting, the lines between the dots.
Oh, yeah.
And realize maybe this was his point all along.
But even if it is, he still lost money.
Yes, but does he care?
Well, that I can't answer.
And I don't know.
I can't answer.
Right? All I hear him saying these days is, I'm an entrepreneur. I got all these, I'm a businessman, and whatever. I want to see you play football right now.
That's all I care about.
When you retire, you want to go start something profound, and do whatever. Fantastic.
Sure.
AB. But you're so erratic being a businessman as well as trying to be an NFL wide receiver. It's too much. It doesn't compute to all of us.
No.
Because you're too over the top as a wide receiver. But as much as I want to knock the guy, he is sitting currently on the defending Super Bowl champions roster who look like world beaters last night against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we thought the Steelers were going to be much better without him.
We picked them to win the Super Bowl, buddy, in case we might want to remind, that's probably something we don't want to remind our audience, but we give you the good and the bad. It's 1 week, by the way.
Of course. You can't make an indictment.
No, but you can. You can't make a fatal indictment on Pittsburgh, but you certainly can drop the platitudes on the Patriots because this is who they are, and now they have an injection and an infusion of out-of-this-world talent, which leads us to our poll question. I don't think I've ever done this. I want your answer immediately.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to do the same thing. So after watching the Pats dismantle the Steelers and factoring in Antonio Brown's talent when activated, what is your expectation for the Pats in the regular season? 16-0, 15-1, 14-2, 3 or more losses. I'm going to punctuate. I'm going to put it in right now. I'm going to say 15-1.
I'm going to say 14-2.
And Tiki's going to say 14-2.
14-2 because they'll slip up because of what? Like they go to Miami every year.
They're 17-point favorites already. If you want to bet that game, trust me. Do it now because it's going to go to 20 points.
But you know what I mean.
They are going to destroy that team.
I agreed. But they always slip up somewhere.
Not Miami this year.
It's not going to be Miami this year.
No.
It could be the Jets. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
there are teams
not after what I saw for the Jets yesterday.
I hear you. Defense looked okay. Bill's defense looked okay as well.
Bill's defense is good. We knew that.
They're going to slip up at one of those games, and it's going to happen against. I got to look at their schedule, but I'd say 14-2.
You say 14-2.
It's so hard to go undefeated.
No, I know.
I mean, it's really hard.
I mean, I asked that somewhat facetiously, but I don't really stretch the boundaries of truth when I say what I'm about to say, at least on paper. This is the best team they've ever had.
Yeah, it feels like it.
I mean, Tom Brady made some throws down the field. I was messing around on Tops yesterday, and I said, it's really not that implausible that he plays until he's 45. Like, when he first said this, we joked about it. We almost as much as you can mock somebody you really respect. We mocked 45. What are you, nuts? And then you see him at the post-game press conference last night. He's got, like, the modern Fonzie jacket on with the zippers. The guy looks like he's going clubbing like he's 28 years old. His arm looks great. His body looks tight. He's got weaponry everywhere. The division sucks. I mean, maybe outside of the Bills. I mean, who's going to beat them?